there's a very good chance you didn't buy this stock, SLNO. It is the stuff of dreams. Look at this. All the way back, exactly 1 year today, the stock was trading at roughly $0.79, and it continued to show strength and continued to rally. The underlying trend was even bullish as of then. It continued to rally. Then yes, it continued to rally and reached the highs of around 5.85, and then consolidated that for a couple of I would say months, for a couple of months, and then as if that wasn't enough, in just one trading session it ran up a huge 500% gain, corrected slightly on the next trading session, and then shot up again, and hasn't come any close to this correction point of $20.52 after spiking to this high of post correction high of $29.47. It's moderated, printed lower lows for a couple of about roughly a month or thereabout, and then come the 14th of November, it has just continued to rally, printing higher lows and higher highs. Today, the 11th of December, it reached the new 52-week high of $38.27, and even at that, it's actually lost 4% or thereabout. How does that happen? Yeah, maybe when the market opened, it shot up and reached those highs at 8.27. I can't even see it on the scale at 8.27, not on the scale, somewhere above here, somewhere there, and then cooled off. So the stock has gained 4,402.85%. You can see that 4,402.85% from its 52-week low of $0.85. It is the stuff of dreams. I'm sure you didn't buy the stock. I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure you don't even know about it. Its average volume is not even average volume for the last 10 trading sessions, or for the last 90 trading sessions, not even up to 900,000 shares. Look at that. Last 10 trading, 10-day average 375,000, 90-day average 850,000. This 90-day average takes cognizance of that 500% rally sometime in late September. Indeed, it may have run up a huge. On that day, the volume may have run into some millions, yes, but even at that, the average volume is still not up to 900,000 shares. And look at this. Even with all of that, volatility is at a whopping 524.77%. So let us even have a look and see what the short interest is. SLNO short interest. Let's see whether we can get a short interest on the stock. It just has to have a reasonable amount of short interest there. It just has to have it. Look at that, 3.67. So even the short sellers, the skeptics, they're not concerned. They just don't want to get involved with this stock. So we have this breakdown, this highlight from the London Stock Exchange group, their data analytics, and one of the highlights amongst the many they have is that Soleno Therapeutics is currently has a risk rating of 1, which is significantly below the S&P 500 index average rating of 8.9. On days when the market is up, SLNO tends to lag the S&P 500 index. Okay, so when the markets are on down days in the broader market, SLNO tends to lag the S&P 500, probably underperforming on such days, even performing worse. Okay. However, on days when the market is I misread that. On days when the market is up, SLNO underperforms. It lags the S&P 500 index. However, on days when the market is down, the shares typically climb. Look at that. So in the short term, SLNO has shown inverse correction with a roughly less than negative 0.1 with the S&P 500 index. The stock has, however, shown low correlation greater than or equal to negative 0.1 and less than 0.2 when the market is with the market in the long term. Okay, over the last 90 trading sessions, SLNO shares have been more volatile than the overall market. The stock's daily price fluctuations have exceeded that of the S&P 500 index firms. Okay, so that's the logic on the stock. So this is its 1 minute chart, and this is auto-regressive price forecasts. So you can see the stock is currently trading at 35.37 on this 1 minute chart. The forecast is that it should be at 37.27 in a few minutes time. Usually these auto-regressive indicators tend to always moderate, always cautious, always projecting lower prices. But well, the 1 minute chart is a lot happens within the 1 minute chart, so you can expect maybe things like this. So let's quickly have a look at the 5 minute chart and see. On the 5 minute chart, so it's calculating, hasn't projected anything yet. Okay, we have an upper projection of 37.78. So too as well, the auto-regressive forecast is also higher than the current price at projecting a price of around $36.7. So let's leave these minute charts and go down to the 4 hour chart and see. Let's see what we have. On the 4 hour chart, we have yes, here you can see now the reverse is the case. It's moderating. It's projecting modest projections of around forecasting modest projections of around 23.06. So on this 4 hour chart, we have upper projections all the way to 43.74. Below that we have 38.23. Okay, so let's go down to the daily chart. Here we will also implement another indicator. So here I can see that yes, the forecast is very modest, very modest. As a matter of fact, it is way modest, way too modest. We have $8.98 come Tuesday the 26th of December. That is what is projected here. So here we have upper projections all the way towards or rather from 37.76. It has actually printed above that at some point. 42.30, that will be a new 52-week high, as well as this 47.98, and then all the way towards 64.45. And then let's remove this indicator and apply an AI and a machine learning one. That is the machine learning machine learning Lorentzian classification. Let's apply it here, and you can see this indicator shows you the strength of any rally. Here the strength of this rally is has a score of 8. The higher the number, the stronger the strength, the rally. So here we have 8. 8 is the highest we have seen so far on any rally, on any chart. So that is what we have here, 8. Okay, and we don't have the volume. There's a particular volume line that is supposed to print out. Okay, that's it here. It's really, the stock has already been, the stock rose above this significant volume line as of way back in September, when it ran up that even before that time it was already above it. So that's how strong technically this stock is. That's how strong technically it is. So let's have a look at the weekly chart and see. In the weekly chart as well, we have the strength is equally the 8 score on the stock is still in effect there, and then but upper projections here is the most upper projection on the weekly chart is 32.03. So here the upper projections hasn't calculated, the algos haven't calculated anything further for SLNO. So we're going to remove this machine learning indicator and then apply the autoregressive one as well, and see what sort of projections we're going to get. We have on so the projection on this weekly chart is 11.46 come Tuesday the 20th of February. So yes, so in summary, this stock has an inverse correlation with the S&P 500, and has shown low correlation with the market in the long term. So the stock is infinitely strongly bullish, and but fundamentally it's still a clinical stage company, still progressing, but it's not your regular clinical stage company. It's just doing a lot better. So we can actually, before I conclude, let's see whether what its cash generation is like. We're now going into the fundamentals here, but it is very much it's going to be helpful. Okay, SLNO's operational cash yield of 28.4% is substantially above the biotech and medical research industry average of 17.4%. Okay, so that's some good fundamentals there. So that's some good fundamentals there. So see what you make of SLNO, and once again, I bet you didn't know about the stock. Thank you very much for watching this video.